guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Angie and this is Flow Haus. Today for you I have a lovely full body reformer flow class. So this is catered to intermediate. I'll offer different levels throughout, so please pick and choose what works best for your body and your practice. We don't need any equipment in today's class. All you need is your reformer. If you want to place your reformer onto one blue and one white spring, or 1/2 and 1/4, so 3/4 in total, and we're going to get started. Okay guys, so we have our reformer set to one blue and one white. I have my right shin flush up against my shoulder pad and my left shin is flush up against the side of my carriage. I'm going to go ahead and place that left hand onto the foot bar. Right hand comes down to the headrest. The next time you take an inhale, can you raise that right arm up and start to press out on that left hand as we exhale. Rotate and land both hands down onto that foot bar. So pressing chest through the well. As we take an inhale here, can you find a little extension? Chest and eye gaze comes forward. And exhale, press to lengthen. Little inhale to extension, chest and eye gaze comes forward. Exhale, press to lengthen. Good. Make this one your last extension here. So take an inhale. Chest and eye gaze comes forward. Maybe your eyes look up to the sky. And this time as we lengthen, feel that spine rolling out one vertebra at a time. I want you to take that right hand, place it onto that left rail, press out through the left and take a little peek over your right shoulder. There's a gentle twist. Exhale to press. Good. Both hands come up onto that carriage. We're going to close that carriage in. So we're going to come into an exercise called semicircle. If you have never done semicircle before, it doesn't feel good for your body, I invite you to come into a pelvic curl. But the setup for semicircle for those trying it at home, so we're going to come down, bringing our tailbone towards the end of the carriage. You're going to bring your feet up onto the foot bar. Go ahead and place your palms onto your shoulder pads. And while we're taking some weight onto the foot bar, we're just going to press our whole body down the carriage like this. So you've got flat palms onto your shoulder pads or wrapped around your shoulder pads. We've got our feet onto our foot bar. We're going to start here with a little fold through the hips. So I want you to fold through the hips and drop your bottom down towards the springs. You may even feel the springs on your bottom. And then from here, we're going to press out to straight. Now we're going to squeeze knees, squeeze glutes together. See if we can raise those hips up here. And we're going to bend through the knees. We're going to finish up in this high bridge position. So it's a fold through the hips, drop your body down into the well, press out to straight spine, squeeze knees and glutes, raise our hips up one straight line, bend in through the knees, come into that high bridge position and come back to that fold. Good guys. When you come to the top of that high bridge position next, can you hold it here? And we're going to reverse that motion. So we're going to press out from that high bridge, squeezing glutes and hips. Then we're going to drop our bottom down into the well. Slide that carriage back into close. So here it's a little curl up to that high bridge, rolling out through that spine, press to straighten, dropping that bottom down, closing the carriage in. Beautiful. Coming into the spine and really noticing the movement through the spine here. Be a beautiful mobility. Rolling out. Last one. Taking those hips nice and high. Pressing all the way out to straight. Lowering the bottom all the way down. Closing that carriage in. Well done guys. Slide on up that carriage. We're going to close that carriage, coming down from that pelvic curl if you were in that option. We're going to come up to seated again. So we're going to come into our mermaid seated stance but on the opposite side. So now my left shins are flush against my shoulder pads. My right shin is flush against the edge of the carriage. Right hand comes onto the foot bar. Left hand comes to the headrest. Take an inhale, raise that left arm up. Exhale, press to lengthen. Keeping those straight hands here, coming inhale into that extension, chest and eye gaze over the foot bar. And exhale, lengthen and press out through that spine. Inhale, peel and open. Exhale, press to lengthen. Inhale, peel to open. This is our last time into extension. Maybe the eye gaze comes to the sky. Exhale, press to lengthen. Good. Can we take that left hand, hold on to that rail underneath the right armpit, and then take our eye gaze over that left side. Just enjoying that gentle twist. Really nice, guys. We're going to close that carriage in here. Good. Now I want you to rotate around. We're going to grab our short strap and we're going to place, so we're going to grab our long strap and we're going to place that long strap over our left thigh. So we're going to place the strap closest to our left leg over our left thigh. Once I've placed that strap over our left thigh, we're going to come down into a lay-in position. So I'm coming lay-in but propped up onto my forearms. So my forearms are down on the carriage, and then we're going to float those legs up into tabletop position. So legs are floated into tabletop position. We're going to come into pendulum from here. So I want you to inhale, squeeze through the knees, drop those knees towards the pulleys, and exhale, squeeze those knees back to the center. Inhale, drop those knees over towards the foot bar. Exhale, squeeze to the center. Good. If you're feeling good here, guys, we're going to start to layer on this one. So it's an inhale to tip, exhale to squeeze. Let's start to extend out through that bottom leg. So inhale to tip, extend through the bottom leg, exhale, squeeze to the center. Lower back down. Inhale, tip to the right, extend through the bottom leg. Exhale, squeeze off to the center. Try to maintain that neutral spine alignment here, and we're using that rib cage closing in and down to draw those legs back in line. If you're feeling good here and you want to try a double leg extension, we're going to extend out through both of those legs, come up and over all the way to the other side. Bend in through those knees, close back to the start, extend through those legs, up and over, all the way over to the opposite side. Bend in through those knees, close, extend, and rotate. Maybe we keep our legs extended here instead of closing back to tabletop. We take straight legs over from side to side. We're going to go for 3 here. Maybe your legs are still in tabletop in pendulum, and that's completely fine. For 2. Last 1. Coming back to tabletop, we're going to take a little opener here. So we're going to open out through those knees, extend through those legs, close into the center. Bend through the knees, open out through the legs, extend and close. So it's a 1 to tabletop, 2 to open, 3 to extend, 4 to close. 1 to tabletop, 2 to open, 3 to extend, 4 to close. One more time here, guys, so close. Extend and close. Well done. You can hug those knees in towards your chest. Take a little respite however you need. Ooh. We are going to take that same strap, but we're going to hook it over our right foot. So we're going to come into a 4-point kneel, and we're going to put the long strap over our right foot. So left knees onto the carriage, long straps over our right foot, and we're going to come into a 4-point kneel. So I like to place my hands over the top of my shoulder pads here. Make sure that your knees are stacked underneath your hips. I'm going to go ahead and float through that right leg. And now when you're ready, guys, it's an exhale out to horse kick. Inhale, bend to close. Exhale out to horse kick. Inhale, bend to close. Now you might need to play around with that hand so you don't get rope burn. Exhale out to horse kick. Inhale to close. Now as we start to come into this starting position, I want you to check in with that spine. Make sure that we're holding that neutral alignment. When we're extending out through that leg, it's the only part of the body moving. And we're activating through that inner core when we send that leg away. So closing in and down through the ribs. We stay for 3. We stay for 2. We stay for 1. Can you hold that leg extended here? Can you really flex through that foot? Can you give me 10 little lifts? So it's a little lift and squeeze, just a tiny little pulse. Nice flexed foot. Lifting that heel up in line with our bottom for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Can you hold that flexed foot, but can we externally rotate knee and toe to the outside? Come out for 10. Little tiny side kick. The challenge here, guys, is trying to keep that heel lifted in line with your bottom. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate that toe back down towards the ground. We're going to finish off with a hamstring pull. So a straight leg comes down, little tap of the ground, squeeze to lift back up. Straight leg comes down, little tap of the ground, squeeze to lift back in line with the body. Little tap, little squeeze. Stay for 3. Squeeze. Stay for 2. Squeeze. Stay for 1. Squeeze all the way up, nice. Let that straight leg come forward, guys. Let that heel come down towards the ground. Peel your toes up towards the sky, and sit it back into a nice hamstring stretch. You can lengthen out and reach for those toes. Take an inhale into that stretch. Exhale, hold. Beautiful work. We're going to place that strap down. We're just going to come straight over onto the opposite side, grabbing that long strap, and we're going to place that long strap over our left leg. So coming into our 4-point kneel, we're going to come back into our horse kick. So I like to take my my supporting leg into the center of both of my hands and start to float out through that opposite leg. Exhale, kick out for our horse kick. Inhale, bend to come in. Coming back to those fundamentals of keeping our hips stacked over our knee. If you feel too much pressure or weight in the wrists and shoulders here, it's good to set those knees, that bottom back over those knees. Good, we've got 3 to go till we start bringing in those pulses. 2. 1, good, little pulses, keeping that foot nice and flexed. We're lifting that heel up in line with our bottom. A little squeeze to lift, little squeeze to lift. Stay for 5, nice and controlled for 4, for 3, for 2, 1, and hold. Take that flexed foot, externally rotate out to the side wall. Out for a little inch, in for an inch, out for an inch, in for an inch. Check in with that upper body that nothing is moving. It's only that leg moving. Keeping nice and controlled. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, finish with that hamstring pull. So a little straight leg comes down to the ground, squeeze to lift back up. Little straight leg comes down, squeeze to lift back up. Now this is a heavy spring for single legs. So we're not doing too many reps here. We're not staying here for too long. Just 3, just 2, last one, all the way up. Oof, close that knee to come in. Well done. Oh, we have to have our hamstring stretch. Take that straight leg forward, press your heel down into the ground, toes up towards the sky, and then sit it back. Maybe we lean in, hug onto those toes, take a big round of breath. Exhale, stretch a little deeper. Beautiful, guys. We're going to unhook through that strap. Let that strap come down. Okay, so we're going to take our short straps and we're going to come seated down with our legs towards the pulleys. So feet come down through onto that headrest. Now you're going to go ahead and grab your maple pole if you have one. If you don't have a maple pole, then you can just hold onto your straps, but I have a maple pole here, so I'm going to be using my pole. So we're going to feed the pole through those short straps. Now you've got a couple of options with your legs. You can have your feet crossed like I do, or you can set your legs one next to the other and press your shins in towards your headrest. Sometimes that can help to release pinchiness through the hip flexors. So we're going to take a pronated grip on that pole, an overhand grip if we're using the pole. Otherwise, we're going to take those straps and take that same pronated grip, so an overhand grip. We're going to start in a neutral spine. Give those shoulders a nice big roll back and down. We're going to come into a V pull. So it's a straight arm pull with the straps above head. So on the next exhale, inhale, lower and lengthen back down. Exhale. Inhale, lower and lengthen down. We're not staying here for too many reps. We're trying to get those arms up in line with our ears. And we're just holding that straight neutral spine. 2. Last one. Beautiful. Now we're going to take our first C-curve spine and we're going to take a little row and a twist. So I want you to scoop down through these abdominals, tuck that pubic bone towards our belly button, find that C-curve spine first, and then we're going to take a little rotation and a row. So we bend through those elbows, release to a straight arm, grow tall, come back to neutral. C-curve through that spine, row and rotate over the opposite shoulder, release through those arms, straighten up through those spine. C-curve, tuck, row, twist, release, come to straighten. C-curve, tuck, row, release, come to straighten. One more on each side. All the way up. All the way up, nice work. Staying here, we're going to take an underhand grip now. I'll rotate those palms up towards the sky if we're holding onto those straps. With a nice straight arm, I want you to tuck pubic bone to belly button, start to C-curve, rolling down through that spine till you get to that little sticking point. Take a bicep curl. Release out through that bicep curl, straighten back out through that spine. So it's a tuck and a scoop and a roll down through the spine. Take the bicep curl to forehead, release through that curl, straighten back up through that spine. We're going to start to build on those bicep curls. So rolling down, stay for 1, release, stay for 2, release, roll and lengthen back up. Nice work. Tuck, scoop and curl. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. Stay for 1. Unravel back up. Guys, 4 is our highest number. Come on down. Make sure you're challenging that core. You've really come to that sticking point. Can you give me 4? 3. 2. On 1, can you hold that bicep curl? Can you straighten out through those arms? Can you take your eye gaze up towards the sky? And can we lift and roll back up to neutral? So it's a tuck and a scoop and a curl and extend. Lift, roll back up to that neutral spine. Alrighty guys, we've got 4 just like this. Curl, lift and extend, rolling back up. Well done. Last 3. Keep challenging that core. Last 2. Last 1. Come all the way down, a little curl, extend and lengthen all the way up to the top. Well done. A little bit of core and a lot of arms there. So we're going to release that strap out. If the pole out, if we're using the pole, we can take those straps back into long straps. Beautiful work. Now we're going to take our strap on the right, guys. We're going to put that strap over our right thigh. We're going to finish our core off on the other side. So taking that strap, feeding it through the right leg and bringing that strap up over your right thigh. We're going to wiggle our tailbone all the way out to the end of the carriage here, and we're going to come laying down. So come laying down onto that carriage. While you've still got your feet on the ground, we're going to interlace our fingers, place them behind our head. So interlace your fingers, thumbs are down the length of your neck. Draw those elbows into your peripheral vision so you can see. Then we're going to imprint that spine, so press that lumbar spine in towards the carriage, and we're going to float those legs up to tabletop. So you're going to feel quite resistance on that right thigh to keep that knee stacked over that hip, which is good. We're going to even that out. So starting from that straight spine, can we just start with an abdominal curl and toe tap? So curl your chest to your thighs, tap one toe down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen through that spine, return to tabletop. Exhale, curl and tap that toe to the ground. Inhale, come back up, lengthen to tabletop. Exhale, curl and tap. Inhale, lengthen and raise. Exhale, curl and tap. Inhale, lengthen and raise. Good, we're just staying with that curl and tap for now. Trying to peel one vertebra at a time up and away from the carriage. Good, can we start to take our toe tap into a bicycle leg? So we're staying with that curl, but we're extending straight leg. We're bending to lower back down. Exhale, curl and extend. Inhale, bend and lower. If the curl is getting too much, then you're just going to stay with the leg part of the movement. So you're just going to focus on really activating through that inner core, lengthening out through those legs. Curl and a scoop. Good. Curl and scoop. The next time we curl and extend, we're going to sweep that straight leg up towards the sky and we're going to bend down to tabletop. So exhale, curl and extend. Sweep a straight leg up towards the sky. Lower back down to tabletop. Curl and extend. Sweep to the sky. Lower down to tabletop. Curl and extend. Sweep to the sky. Lower back to tabletop. 2 to go. Then one last exercise to finish off with the core. Exhale, curl and extend. Sweep to the sky. Good, come back to tabletop, guys. Lengthen out through that spine. Now I want you to curl and extend those toes up towards the sky. We're going to finish off with scissor legs. So we're going to drop one leg down towards the ground, squeeze back up, drop the opposite leg, squeeze back up, 1 to go. Squeeze back up, come back to tabletop, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, curl and extend. Exhale to drop, inhale to raise. Exhale to drop, inhale to raise. Last one. Whew. Come back to tabletop. Let's go 2 more, just like that. Big curl and reach. Inhale, drop. Good. Can we keep those legs nice and straight and low down to the ground? This is our last time to come back to tabletop. Make this one your biggest curl and reach of the day. Big curl and extend. Inhale, hold at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise. Last time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise. Back to tabletop. Hug those knees in. Maybe you draw your knee in towards your nose. Bringing those feet down onto the ground. We're going to roll up to seated. Well done, guys. We are going to have a little stretch out through those hip flexors. Good, so we're going to come kneeling onto that carriage. I want you to take that left foot onto your shoulder pad and that right foot's going to come onto your platform or platform extender. We're going to straighten up here. So we've got that left knee under the left hip. Inhale, raise that left arm up and exhale, reach across the body. Make sure you've got a good tuck of that pubic bone. We're going to bring both of our hands down onto the foot bar. You can keep your foot down your platform extender. If you'd like the next level, you can pick that right foot up and place it up onto your foot bar. So a little tuck at the bottom first, and then when you exhale, I want you to press that back leg out and straighten out through that front leg. A little split stretch. Inhale, close that carriage in. Exhale, press and stretch. Inhale, close that carriage in. Exhale, press and stretch. Good. If you'd like that little challenge, guys, when you close that carriage in next time, can you take those hands out to a capital T? Ooh. Test your balance as you press out. A nice stretch through both of those legs. Maybe we take them up towards the sky. Holding that stretch. Good, closing all the way in. We're going to change legs. So we're going to bring our right foot down, left foot comes to your platform extender. You might choose to take it straight up to the foot bar. It's a little tuck of the bum under, stretching out through that flexor. Inhale, raise that right arm up. Exhale, lengthen. Good. Can we windmill those hands to come down onto the foot bar, keeping your leg on the platform extender or bringing it up onto the foot bar. Keep that little tuck at the bottom. Exhale, press that back leg out to straight. Inhale, close that carriage in. Exhale, press. Inhale, close that carriage in. If you're going to take that little balance challenge today, let's sweep those hands either up towards the sky or out to the sides. I always challenge, it's a little challenge on this side. Exhale, close in. Ooh. Good. Find your deepest stretch of today, guys. We're going to hold it out there for one full round of breath. So take an inhale into your stretch and exhale to soften. Close your carriage all the way in. Can we bring both knees down onto your platform? We're going to take off one white spring. We're going to take our hands up onto the corners of our foot bar. And we're going to press all the way out into a child's pose. Pressing all the way out. Press your chest down. Sinking in between those hips. We're going to stay for 2 full rounds of breaths. Take a nice big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, press to stretch. Last round of breath. Exhale to soften. Good. Tuck those knees underneath. Well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that class today. As always, please let me know your thoughts, your feedback, like and share, and please let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Thank you.